Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead on Walkie Talkie on Wednesday. Hanging out with the barnyard animals. Want to show some of the young chaps, one of the new little babies that we have. So we have little Miss Pris sitting here. Easter egger here, lays the color eggs. And then we have the little red hen here. Do you see what I see? We have one little baby chick that hatched out yesterday. I'm so glad she's not attacking the camera. She's letting us take a peek at it. So sweet. Quite a few more eggs underneath her. Don't know if they're all gonna hatch. She usually lets me pet her. Just see the one. Let's see if she'll let me look. I think I hear another one peeping in there. This is the little baby. So tiny. So tiny. Alright, little Miss Red Hen. You're being a good mama, huh? So sweet, so precious. That brings me to my topic for today. So every morning I come out, either me or my husband, and let all the animals get moved around. Of course the boys are so rotten. They all have really large padlocks, pastures for each type of animal that we have pretty much. But we like to rotate them, move them around. Have to prop these gates open a little bit because the boys will rub on it. I already let all the chickens and the guineas run free, turkeys, the ducks, the geese. Got such a variety now, I can't even think about what all we have there. Now I'm going to let the coon-coons out, the most favorite part of my day. The piggies. They are really growing. They love to talk to me. Mr. Copper, no naming. And I named the little girl Molly. She was just too girly for all the colorful names that I wanted to name her. So every time I walked out here, I was just thinking, she just looks like Molly. So her name is Molly. I'll let them run around and play too. Mr. Copper. Mr. Copper. These piggies have been such a pleasure. So much fun to watch. No name her. Come on. No, name him. Come on. You're free. You're free. You're free. And the chickens and one of the turkeys come over here and see if the piggies left anything. I guess they must leave a little bit. You wouldn't think a piggy would leave anything. Hello, Miss Molly. Hello, Miss Molly. She's still a little shy. She's not quite as friendly as Copper and the other one. No name him. But these piggies just tickle me, y'all. They bring so much pleasure. Such a cutie pies. And they get to go run around in free range with everybody else because they like to graze. But that brought me to my topic about the chickens and the little chicks. So today's subject is going to be, why do you put all of your eggs in one basket? In the old days, old folks would say, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Well, in today's time, it seems like people are putting all of their eggs in one basket. What do I mean by that? Well, people used to have alarm clocks, wall clocks, calendars, purses. The women had a purse with all of their chapstick and mirror and your checkbook and some change, some peppermint, some bubble gum. You know what I mean. You know where I'm going with this. And people used to have stuff. Men used to carry a pocket watch or wear a watch, carry a knife. They had everything they needed in their pocket, a handkerchief. So where am I going with this? How do we have all of our eggs in one basket? Well, been watching some educational programs about cell phones and the internet. People now have their whole life, literally, everything they have, everything they worked for, everything they've earned, they have all of that information in one place. On their laptop, most often on their cell phone. Just about everybody in the world has a cell phone. Now, not everyone puts all of their personal information on there. I'm one of them. I do share some bit of information, but I don't give lots of details. But if I was to lose my phone, they wouldn't get much information. So the world today is just very, very trusting, which is odd because the world is faker now than it has ever been. It's amazing to me now that if you were truthful, you are frowned upon. And if you're fake, you are praised. Think about it. I didn't just make up that catchphrase. It's true. The more honest you are, it seems the less people actually believe you. And it's really sad that we live in these times that fake is in, fake is cool. This is a passing fad, and everyone thinks, let's just sugarcoat everything so we'll have more friends or more likes or more subscribers or whatever you have. It's sad. You're not going to get nowhere in life by being fake. You may get a few temporary acquaintances, but who's going to be there when it comes down to it? Who's going to be there to help you whenever things are really bad? Where's all those likes and all those subscribers and all those friends that you think you have? So my suggestion is, in any aspect of your life, go back and look at some of those old-time catchphrases. What did they mean? What were people talking about? There's a lot of truth to all that stuff. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That can apply to anything. Can be applying to don't store all of your preparations, all of your preps in one house or one building. Do you have them positioned in different places around your property? Or do you have some stuff and does your neighbor have some stuff? Or does your family down the road have some stuff? Don't keep everything at one certain location. If your house was to get raided or broke into, robbed, natural disaster happen, hurricane, flood, fire, would you lose everything? Did you have all of your stuff in one basket? Do you have supplies in other places? Do you have extra money tucked away in your wallet that's cash so if the ATM doesn't work and you just need to put a few dollars of gas in your vehicle to get home? Do you have something tucked away in your car somewhere or in your wallet or in your purse? Or are you solely dependent on when you walk up to that ATM machine that your card is going to work, that machine is going to work, that you can transfer some cash from your cell phone to your bank account and go get it out the ATM? Do you have some stuff in place in case the event happens that you can't just get access to that, or that your cell phone isn't working, internet service isn't working? Do you have provisions for other ways and other means of making it and getting the things that you need besides everything being on your cell phone? That's why I definitely suggest getting some good books. You need to have an actual book that you can hold in your hand and you can read. The internet is great. There's lots of information on the internet. I've done lots of researches myself, but I also have some hard copies of the same stuff that I looked at. Most oftentimes I use it to confirm the information that I have in my books so that I know that it's good information and it's not just fake information. And along the lines of talking about fake, I want some of my friends and family, different ones, to know that there is this humongous industry out there of posting fake information and propaganda. They are making money hand over fist because they think it's cool to post fake information and it go viral. It hit TikTok, it hit Twitter, and in an Instagram, it's all over the world. Why are we as Christians, those of us that are Christians, letting ourselves believe every single thing that we see on the internet? Why do we only go to the internet, again, putting all of our eggs in one basket? Have you researched other places? Have you gone to the library? Have you picked up some educational books? Have you seen other opinions? Have you gotten other advice from other sources? Why have we gotten so interested in one-stop shop does it all? Be aware of that. All the information that you read and that you're sharing is not always true. Look for keywords, look for information, and do a research on it yourself. It was just actually on an educational show, a program that I watched, how easy it was and how readily people were interested in not only getting suckered in to believe in fake information, but they were anxious to share it with the rest of the world and couldn't wait to share it. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me how people believe fake stuff now and they don't believe what's real and what's true. So be careful how much time you let your children spend on the internet and monitor that. Right now they're saying that most people spend 6 to 8 hours a day minimum. Most spend a lot longer looking and reading and processing mentally lots of things that they are seeing and hearing and reading and watching that isn't even real. But our brain is such a unique, way beyond anything a scientist could ever create. They try to mimic it with the computer, but your brain is a very powerful tool that God has given you. Be careful and make sure you're aware of what you yourself, and most definitely if you have small children, what it is that they are seeing and believing and watching every day. And start limiting some of that time. We are human beings. We need time to just use our own brains, to think in our own opinion, in our own mind. So many people just want someone else to tell them how to do something and make it easy. And they want to be entertained 24/7. People need to entertain their own self. Get out in the yard. Hang out with nature. If you don't have farm animals, just take a walk. Take a hike on a nature trail. Get some fresh air. Cut the cell phones off. Cut the televisions off. Cut the laptop off. Get some time outdoors and get some fresh air. And spend some time with nature and meditating on your life and how you need to do things to make sure that you're not putting all of your eggs in one basket and you're making provisions for yourself and your family on how to do things differently, how not to follow the fad of being fake with the rest of the world, and protecting yourself and your family and preparing yourself and your family for things that are changing in our world. Don't fall prey to that stuff. All it is doing is stealing your time away from yourself and from your family and from your lifestyle. It starts taking control over you. It starts creating strongholds against you and your family. And it's robbing you from your precious life and your precious time with your family. It's your family. It's your life. You are in control of it. Stop believing everything you see and everything you're hearing. And be the grown-up yourself. I don't never remember my parents ever asking anyone else anything when they were raising us. We thought they were the most smartest, most intelligent people ever. I can't imagine my dad having to Google something before he said, hey, we're going on a family vacation. He said, hey, we're going on a family vacation, throw y'all some clothes together. We leaving in the morning at 8 o'clock, and we took off. They had maps, and they had compasses. And my dad had been all over the world, so he pretty much could figure it out. And yes, we've been lost a few times, but that was part of the journey. That's what made life interesting. That's what made life fun. Life was never intended to be perfect. And people think by having the internet that it has made life simpler. When in actuality, it has only made people more distant, more separate, more isolated, to the point to where people are thinking they're communicating because they're connecting on the internet, when in reality, they're not connecting with anyone. They're just connecting with their phone, and they're isolating themselves, which is all part of the agenda for 2030, is to isolate individuals and have no connection, no unity among friends and families and neighbors, and to actually separate everyone. And as those of us know, if we are united, we are stronger together. If we are by ourselves, we are weakened. 3 strands are stronger than one. You, your mate, and Jesus. The more we have together, the more unity you have with actual people, family and friends, the better you're going to be, the stronger you're going to be. It's in the Bible. Look it up for yourself. It's in there. You're going to be a lot better off if you have actual people that you communicate with and that you can work with and you can build a homestead community with. Those are the people that are going to make it, and they're going to strive. And the ones that stand alone, they may have a lot of knowledge, a lot of fake knowledge, because a lot of stuff on the internet, it's done been said, over 75% of it is fake news, and it's become a huge thing. They're probably going to be shocked when they actually have to put their hands to the dirt and their foot to the shovel and actually start growing and, actually getting their hands in there and working and trying to build stuff and make stuff and sew stuff and take care of their family. But the people that are already living that lifestyle are going to fare much better because they're already conditioned and used to that type of lifestyle. They're not going to be the ones that go crazy whenever there's no internet and they can't go check out this and go check out that. They already know how to use their own brain and meditate and work around the homestead and keep themselves busy and how to provide for their family. So, went off a little bit longer than I planned it on for a Walkie Talkie Wednesday. I just want to share some of that with you. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Look into what you're doing and how your lifestyle is going, and how much do you really spend on your phone? How much information is on your phone? I mean, if you lost your purse, wouldn't you be upset because, oh my gosh, no telling what somebody would find in there, all your personal information? Well, the sad thing with the internet is you don't have to even lose your phone. You don't have to lose your phone. They can steal your information, and they can see your information with your phone right in your hand. So don't put all your information on your computer, on your laptop, or in all your eggs in one basket on your cell phone. You don't have to do that. Don't fall for that trick. Keep some of your life private. Keep your family's life protected. And mostly just don't put all your eggs in one basket. I don't know what else to say about it. So I think people just aren't aware of how easy their information can be stole from your cell phone. And not only stole, lots of times people share too much information and they give away too much information. So sometimes it's not even being stole. People just think it's okay to tell everything, show everything, give everything. There's no privacy. No one blushes no more. No one has anything private no more in their life. Everybody thinks they just have to share everything, and it's just not the way it is. You should be protecting what's yours and protecting your kids from the public and from social media. and be monitoring what they're doing on social media. You're the parents. You have that right. You have that privilege to make sure that they're staying safe and that they're not sharing too much private information. So, farewell, Homestead family, friends, and neighbors, and thanks for joining me today and hanging out. I hope you got some good information out of this. It was a little kind of all over the place, but you know what I'm talking about. The haters are going to be haters. I never said my channel was going to be perfect. I was just going to share some information and share some stuff that I'm doing around the homestead. So I hope everyone has a blessed day, and I'll talk to y'all later, and thanks for joining me.